You know, some cars just have a real story behind them, don't they?
They really do.
And the Fiat Panda, well, it's been such an icon of practical Italian murdering for ages.
Absolutely. A household name.
But now that whole story's taking this really interesting electric twist.
It is.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of info here from Calpurnia News all about the new Fiat Grande Panda Elettrica.
It really is fascinating seeing how a name like that with so much history gets, completely reimagined for the electric age.
Right. So what are we doing today?
So today we're going to dive into, well, everything, really, the design, the tech that's under the skin,
Okay.
how it actually drives its performance, and what the long-term picture might look like.
The whole 9 yards.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give you a really clear picture of what this new EV is all about.
Okay, sounds good. So let's kick off with the looks. Reading through this info, it's clear it isn't just like a retro copy.
No, definitely not.
They talk about modern lines that kind of hint at the original Panda, but it definitely feels more like an urban SUV now. What jumped out at you on the outside?
Well, what's interesting is how they've referenced that original DNA without, being a slave to it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got these bigger alloy wheels, 16 or 17 inches, which straight away give it a more solid stance.
Right.
And then those LED pixel lights, front and back, they feel very current.
Yeah, they look sharp.
And using gloss black bits with the diamond cut finishes, it adds, I think, a little touch of class.
Right.
Plus, the roof bars and skid plates, they push that slightly tougher urban explorer kind of vibe.
Right, that SUV look.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move inside. Sounds like they've thought about the feel of the cabin. They mentioned fabric, but also bamboo on the dashboard. That's quite unique.
It is, isn't it? Bamboo's an interesting choice. Sustainable? Maybe.
Could be. And there's this lingato-shaped yellow accent. What's that about? Is that significant?
Ah, yeah, the Lingato shape. That's a really neat little nod to Fiat's history. The Lingato building in Turin, that was their massive factory for years, famous for the test track on the roof.
Oh, right. I know the one.
So yeah, that little design bit is a subtle link back to their heritage. But beyond that cool detail, it seems like they've really focused on, everyday comfort.
Like what?
Adjustable front seats, a really handy 60/40 split for the back seat, center armrest, automatic climate control standard, all the stuff you'd want for just comfortable daily driving, really.
Makes sense. And keeping connected. Seems like it's got the modern essentials covered.
Yeah, it looks like it.
A 10.25-inch touchscreen wireless mirroring, which is pretty much vital these days, isn't it?
Totally. Plus a decent sound system, wireless phone charger, always useful, and navigation built in.
So yeah, it's not just electric. It's trying to fit into how we live digitally, too.
Exactly. And you can't talk about modern cars without talking safety. That's huge now.
Definitely. What's it got?
Well, the Grande Panda Elettrica comes loaded with ADS features. That's Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. The report lists 6 airbags. Lane keeping assist to nudge you back if you drift.
Okay.
Automatic emergency braking, which is becoming pretty standard now, thankfully. And even things like traffic sign recognition and driver fatigue detection.
Wow. Okay. So
Like-
quite a comprehensive package.
Really is a solid suite of safety tech.
And it sounds like there's more, too. Parking sensors.
Yep, front and rear parking sensors plus a rear view camera. Should make squeezing into tight spots a bit less stressful.
Always helpful in the city.
And a rain sensor for the wipers. One of those small conveniences that just makes life easier,
Little things add up.
They really do. And these features, they really show a focus on making driving safer, but also just less hassle.
Yeah.
And they've included automatic emergency call and roadside assistance too. Gives you that extra bit of peace of mind.
Good point. Okay, let's get to the heart of it. The electric powertrain. What's powering this?
So the info points to an 83 kilowatt electric motor. That translates to about 113 horsepower.
Okay, 113 HP. How does that feel in a car like this? Is it enough?
Well, for a car mostly aimed at city and town driving, yeah, that should feel perfectly nippy.
Yeah.
Good responsiveness for traffic, getting up to
Yeah.
speed.
Right.
But with EVs, the battery's key, isn't it? This one's got a 44 kilowatt battery pack, 42 kilowatt, that is usable capacity.
42 usable. Okay, so the big question, range. The article estimates maybe 260 to 280 kilometers mixed driving. Is that about right?
Yeah, that sounds like a realistic real-world figure for this size of battery and car. It's important to note they also mentioned the WLTP range.
Ah, yes, the official test cycle.
Right, the Worldwide Harmonized Light Vehicles Test Procedure,
Mm-hmm.
that gives it up to 320 kilometers, but, real world always varies.
True. Driving style, weather.
Exactly. But interestingly, they also say potentially over 300 kilometers just in city driving.
Ow. Because of regen braking.
Precisely.
Yeah.
EVs often do much better in stop-start city traffic because regenerative braking puts energy back into the battery when you slow down.
Gotcha. And performance figures, top speed is limited, right?
Yeah, limited to 132 kilometers per hour. And 0 to 100 kilometers takes around 11 seconds.
So not exactly a sports car.
No, definitely not. But again, for its main job as a city runabout, that seems perfectly adequate. The focus is clearly on efficiency and practicality here.
Makes sense.
And the average energy consumption they report, between 15 and 16.8 kilowatts per 100 kilometers, that kind of backs up the efficiency focus.
Okay. Now, charging. Crucial for EV life. Good news is it takes DC fast charging up to 100 kilowatts.
Yes, which is pretty good. Means you can get from 20% to 80% battery in about 27 minutes, roughly.
That's decent. Makes longer trips possible with the coffee break stop.
Exactly. It makes it quite feasible. And for charging at home, if you use a typical 7.4 kilowatt wall box charger,
Yeah.
a full charge would take up to about 6 hours. So easy overnight.
Perfect. The article also mentions battery thermal management, preheating and cooling. Why is that important?
Well, that's really crucial for battery health and performance.
Oh, so?
Well, preheating warms the battery up in cold weather. That means it can charge faster and give you better range when it's chilly. Active cooling stops it getting too hot during fast charging or hard driving, which is really important for protecting the battery long term.
Ah, I see. So it helps it perform better and last longer.
Exactly. Big benefit.
Okay, switching gears a bit to just pure practicality. Luggage space. How does it stack up?
It actually sounds pretty good for its size. The numbers are 361 liters with the seats up.
Which is decent.
Yeah, and then it expands to 1,315 liters if you fold the rear seats down.
Wow, that's quite versatile then. More than just a city nipper.
It really seems so. That kind of cargo space adds a lot of flexibility. Groceries, weekend bags, maybe even the odd flat pack item.
Ah, maybe. So let's try and pull this all together. Why would someone pick this Grande Panda Elettrica? Calpurnia News lists a few key reasons. Sustainability is a big one.
Yeah, zero local emissions, obviously.
Right.
Access to those restricted traffic zones, the DTLs in Italy and similar zones elsewhere.
It's important in Europe.
And generally lower running costs compared to petrol or diesel. Less spent on fuel, potentially lower taxes.
And maintenance.
We'll get to that. But yes, usually less maintenance too. So the environmental side and the running costs are definitely appealing.
They also mention practicality and versatility again. Compact size, easy to park.
But with that generous interior we talked about, good for the city grind, but maybe capable enough for the occasional longer trip too.
That balance is key for a lot of buyers, isn't it?
Absolutely. You want something agile for town, but not something that feels limiting if you need to go further afield sometimes.
And then there's the tech and safety we covered. People expect that now.
For sure. Having all those ADAS features and the decent infotainment system, it's not just a nice to have anymore, it's often a must have.
Contributes to the overall modern feel.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the potential savings aspect is highlighted too.
Right, beyond just fuel. Less frequent servicing.
Yeah, the maintenance schedule is mentioned as every 24 months or 30,000 kilometers. Fewer moving parts in an EV drivetrain usually means less to go wrong.
True.
Plus, lower charging costs versus petrol. And maybe government incentives depending on where you live.
Those can make a big difference to the initial price.
They certainly can. It all adds up to the total cost of ownership picture.
Okay, last big topic. Longevity. How long is this car, especially the battery, likely to last? The warranty is mentioned.
Yes, standard warranty seems to be 3 years on the car itself. The battery gets a separate longer warranty, 8 years or 160,000 kilometers.
And they guarantee a minimum capacity?
Yeah, they guarantee it'll hold at least 70% of its original capacity within that period, which is pretty standard for EV battery warranties.
Okay. But Fiat estimates it might do better than that.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
They estimate, thanks partly to that thermal management system we discussed,
Right.
that the battery could still have at least 80% capacity even after 200,000 kilometers or maybe 10 years.
That's quite reassuring.
It is. And they talk about the number of charge cycles the battery might handle, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 full cycles.
Which translates to?
Well, depending on your actual range per charge, that could mean anywhere from 300,000 to 450,000 kilometers of potential driving life from the battery.
Wow, that's a lot of kilometers. Suggests the battery isn't necessarily the weak link long term.
Not necessarily, no. Modern EV batteries are proving pretty durable. Plus, that reduced maintenance on the rest of the car helps too.
Fewer things to wear out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the battery itself is likely modular,
Meaning?
meaning if one small part, one module, fails down the line, you might be able to replace just that section rather than the whole expensive pack.
Ah, that's a potential cost saver too.
Could be. And the underlying platform, the SDLA small platform it's built on, is designed to be robust. All contributes to potential long life.
Of course, the article rightly points out that how you treat the car matters too.
Absolutely crucial. Your driving habits, how carefully you charge it, sticking to maintenance, that all plays a huge role in how long any car lasts, EV or not.
True. So, wrapping it up, the Fiat Grande Panda Elettrica. It sounds like it's making a strong case as a modern, safe, practical city EV.
Yeah, accessible, potentially quite long-lasting too.
It's fascinating seeing them blend that iconic Panda heritage with, what's needed for electric mobility today.
It really feels like a blend of the past and future, focusing on sustainability, tech, and, it seems, reliability for everyday city life.
It definitely gives you something to think about, doesn't it? How this whole shift to electric is changing our view on cars, not just how they drive, but maybe how long we expect them to last, and what real value looks like over time.
A very interesting point to ponder.